Okay, good evening guys, or good afternoon guys, and welcome to my channel. I know it's been a while. I'm so sorry. I have been up to a lot of things, but now I'm back and I missed you all so much. So today we are going to be making a gown, a pencil gown with a black details running in the center of it, with a slit in the center as well, and then a side seam pocket. So if you have any question, any observation, you can always leave it at the comment section. Thank you. So now we are going to spread our fabric as usual, and then when you spread, make sure the right side is facing upwards and the wrong side is downwards, is under. So what you do, you fold, make a single folding. Now this single folding, make sure the right side is facing the right side when you fold, so the wrong side will be facing up, because that is where you make your chalk mark. So it's not wise making your chalk mark at the right side. Okay, so this is the wrong side. So what are we going to do? The measurements we need for this pencil dress is bust measurement, under bust measurement, tummy, hip, and of course length. Now I'm going to be using my measurement because it is my dress. So the length of my gown is 38. Okay, the length is 38, so there will be no need, because I want it to be 38 and even more, so there will be no need giving it. So it's already at the last of the fabric, so that is where the size, the measurement is going to be. So now we will get our under bust. My under bust is 14. You give your mark. I'm not going to be using breast part for this dress. I'm only making these marks, this under bust and bust marks, for you to understand it properly, and for us to get the accurate measurement, the accurate size of the dress. Now this is under bust measurements. Now we're gonna count. For you to get your bust point measurements, you will count 4 upwards. So this is 14. We'll count 13, 12, 11, 10. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's at 10 inches. If your bust is smaller, you should count 3 inches upwards. If your bust is bigger, you count 4 inches upwards. That is how to get a bust point measurement, just in case you didn't take the bust point measurement when you were taking your measurement. So now we give our mark on 10, on the inches marked 10. Now the gown is going to be a high neck gown, so you place your tape to get the length of the neck. The length I'm working with is 3. You give your mark, and then the width I'm working with is also 3. So you mark, you connect the 2 lines, because it's going to be a round neck. After getting the box shape first, then you give a curve. And when you cut, remember you cut all the way from the curve, not the box shape anymore. The box shape is only if you are looking to have a block neck kind of neck. So now to get our shoulder measurement, you place your tape exactly on the line where the neck measurement stops. So instead of taking it all the way to the extreme, you just keep it here. And now mark 4. You mark 4. Then it's going to be a sleeveless. It's not an off shoulder gown. No, it's a gown with shoulder, but it will not have sleeves. So instead of making my armhole to be up to 9 inches, I just make it 8 inches. Sometimes I leave it at 7, depending on when. But right now let's work with 8. So this is 8 inches. So you connect this line. Excuse me, let me get my ruler. So you connect this line. You connect the shoulder line from the top to the bottom, and then you give your curve as well. So when you're cutting, you cut all the way from here to the curve down. Okay, so now we've gotten, this is the bust point line, and this is under bust line. Now under bust line is almost like the tummy line, so you can just add 1 inch, or say 2 inches for the tummy. Now from tummy to hip is usually 8 inches. So you place your line, your tape on the tummy line, and then all the way down to 8 inches to get your hip measurement. So now we are going to be getting the accurate sizes. So the bust size I'm working with is 36 inches. 36 inches divided by 4. 36 inches divided by 4. Okay, divided by 2 is 18 inches. Now 18 divided by 2 again is 9. So when you place your tape here, you know we're going to give it seam allowance. So you add like 2 inches seam allowance. So from 9 you add 2 inches, making it 11. You give your mark. Now the tummy we are working with, this is under bust line and this is tummy line. You can also make the under bust line your tummy line. If you want, you can also give 2 inches or 1 inch for it. So but the under bust line and the tummy line should have the same measurement. So the tummy I'm working with is 28. 28 divided by 2 is 14. 14 divided by 2 is 7. That's 28 divided by 4 is 7 inches. So the 7 inches, you add another 2 inches for seam allowance. 8, 9. So instead of placing your tape at 7, place it at 9, making it just because of the allowance. So here also should have 9. So now the hip measurement I'm working with is 37 inches. 37 divided by 4. 37 divided by 4. Instead of using your phone to make your divisions, you can just do this. Divided by 2 is 18 and a half. Now divided by 4 is 9, almost 9 and a half. 9 and some centimeters. So let's just keep it at 9 and a half. Then we add our 2 inches, 10 and a half, 11 and a half. So our hip is 11 and a half. So now we're going to connect the lines together to give that gown shape. Remember, this is the bust. From this bust to the tummy, from the tummy to hip, and from the hip all the way to down. Let me do it again. Good. So we are going to be cutting them out. So you start from the neck. Remember to cut all the way to the curve because it's going to be a round neck. Now back of the gown as well. So what we'll do again is to spread our fabric. So this is what is left of our fabric. It's actually a very small fabric, just for the purpose of this. Well, so you know the back is going to have a zipper allowance, okay? You're gonna have a zipper allowance, so you will leave some inches. Don't forget that for your zip. Okay. Good. So this is it. So this inches here, let me see. Like it's 1.5 inches. Is for the zip. Okay, it's for the zip allowance. So you just, as you have placed it here, you trace it. First of all, you cut open this zip allowance. Good. Then you trace and cut out the back side. If you want the back to be the same, if you want the back neck to be equal with the front neck, you cut it. Otherwise you can take your hand up a little bit and cut it. Or if you want the back to be down, to be lower, I think we should make it lower. Let's make the gown so that the gown will be stylish. Let's make the neck, the back neck lower. So remember, this is 3 inches we got for the up neck to the front neck. So let's make the back neck, let's say 6 inches. 6 inches. So let's make it lower. So you place your scissors. This is it. So this is the front and this is the back. Okay, now we'll trace it out as usual. And this is the back. The back is 2 pieces because of the zipper allowance and the slit at back. But remember, the gown we're making will also have this kind of cut, this kind of opening in the front, because we're going to be using a black detail, a black fabric to cover it all the way from here to there and here to there. So this is the back dress, don't forget, but the front is also going to have this same opening because of the style of the gown we are making. So that is why the front is going to also be divided by 2. So this is the front now. You can use your chalk to write front so that it will not confuse you, because the front is going to look like the back. So to avoid getting confused, you just use your chalk and write and indicate. It's also divided by 2. Now remember, we are going to have a side seam. A side seam pocket for this front gown. So what do? We're going to practicalize with one. So now to get a side seam pocket, you place your tape on the shoulder and get 16 inches. From the shoulder to 16 inches, you give your mark, and then you count 6 inches from that 16. 16 to 6 inches is 22. You count from 16, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You stop at 26 and at 22. So now I hope you're seeing what I'm doing. So this is 16 inches from shoulder, and this is 22 inches from shoulder. So from this 16 to this 22 is 6 inches. So what are we going to do now? We'll get our side seam pocket, okay? So you give this mark, and then give it another curve. You're getting what I'm saying? You're seeing what I'm getting? So you give it another curve. And I know this is the right side of the fabric, which is wrong. You're not supposed to make a mark, a chalk mark at the right side. It's supposed to make it at the wrong side, but I've already started at the right side. So but when I cut it out, I'm going to use water to clean up the other side. So this is it with the mark made. So what you will do is you get your scissors. Good. So now you get this, you place it on top of it's placed on top of this other fabric and face it out as well. To get our black fabric now. Okay, but before we get our black fabric, we have to get a lining.